Hey y'all, it's Brett and I am back with another video to help you out during your wedding planning process. So today I wanted to give some clarification on effects. I know that a lot of times y'all see pictures on Pinterest or things on TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, I want to do that. But let me talk to you about what some of those effects are going to look like, which ones we allow, and the rules for some of them. So first off, you can definitely go read your contract. That is going to be the first place I would start. We do detail in there exactly what is needed and required for some of those effects. But if you still have questions, always reach out and email us or give us a phone call. I just want to tell you, don't just show up on the wedding day and expect to do some kind of effect. It doesn't work that way. We're going to need insurance. There's requirements. So don't just show up and spring it on us and be like, oh yeah, my DJ is doing a cold spark or dancing on a cloud. Like, oh, no. This is something we need to talk about in advance and go over how it's going to work. So let me just run down really quick some of those effects for you. So number one is cold spark. So this is the biggest one that we have policies for. And I just want to tell you why, because sometimes people think that we're just being strict or sticklers. And I want to tell you that every rule we have and every policy we have, there's a backstory for it. And there's a reason that we have it. So back when we very first opened, long time ago, we just let anybody do cold sparks. And there was a DJ that did them. And he had what are called knockoff cold sparks. They were very cheap. They came from China and they were like this little box. The box caught on fire. So cold sparks are not supposed to actually be hot and flames. They are supposed to be controlled and done by a licensed professional. This was somebody who just went online and bought them from China really cheap, and he set them off. Well, when the little box caught on fire, it burnt holes into our floor. We have concrete floors. And it took, I kid you not, at least 1.5 inches, a 2-inch chunk out of our floor in multiple spots. Not just one spot, multiple spots. So that's when we realized, oh my gosh, okay, not all cold sparks are the same. They're not all manufactured very well. They're not all legal. So that's when we did our research. We found the vendors who are actually licensed and insured to do them, who take the proper steps, who get the insurance, who get the fire marshal approval, all of the things. And that's why we have those vendors in our contract under the section that says cold spark, who can do those effects in our venue, because we know that they are not going to damage our floors. They're not going to burn the venue down, and they are not going to ruin your wedding. There's actually a video that went viral of a hotel in Dallas that allowed cold sparks, and the entire ballroom caught on fire. And the wedding ended because it burned the whole room. So when we make these rules, we're not trying to be mean. It's for your safety. It's for our safety. And there are reasons behind it. So cold spark, definitely check your contract. Check out those vendors. They're all great. Dancing on a cloud, you can do. We're just going to need that vendor's insurance. Again, we also have recommendations. So check out Harmony and Visions is really good. And then Stewart's Productions is really good as well. And Pyrotechs. Those are all people I would recommend. And then somebody asked recently about confetti cannons. We do not allow confetti cannons. There again is a reason behind that. When we very first opened, we had a Sweet 16 here who did confetti cannons as the birthday girl came down the stairs. It looked amazing. I am not denying that. It was so cool. But if you have been to our venue, you have seen that we have beams incredibly high up in the ceiling. They are actually so high that a regular forklift cannot even get you that high. Well, when the confetti cannons go off and the confetti starts to fall, it falls and sits on top of those beams. It also sits on top of every single window sill around the top of the venue. And it took us years to get all of that confetti out of the venue. Every time the air conditioner would kick on, it would blow some of that confetti down from the rafters or down from the window seals. And so all of the weddings for probably a good 6 months after that happened, the confetti would fall during their wedding, and sometimes it was falling in people's food, and that was terrible. So that is the reason we don't allow confetti cannons. There is always a reason behind these things. So if there is some kind of effect that you want to do, just be sure to run it by us and let us explain why we do or don't allow it. And we can always help come to a middle place. So if you wanted those, but we don't allow them, then maybe we could do the confetti that's on the string. So you pop them, but it actually stays attached to the piece. Those are a great alternative. So let us help you brainstorm and come up with ways that we can all all be flexible and still make it really pretty. I hope that this video helped you out, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.